This is Outnumbered. I'm Andrea Tantaros, and here with us today, Harris Faulkner, host of Kennedy on our sister network, Fox Business's Kennedy, Fox News contributor and Democratic strategist Julie Radzinski. And
got that right.
Now, Dr. Manny, were you wondering yesterday during the press conference when you heard yoga, were you wondering, is it power yoga, vinyasa, Bikram? Also looking for the photos of her doing it. Not. Let's get to it. As we await new reaction from the White House, we begin with Hillary asking us to trust her on this. For the first time, the former Secretary of State finally answering questions. Oh, the Harris
We waited 7 days. We got 19 minutes and about 11 deficit with the American voter.
Yeah.
Right? So I guess that strikes the trust part. So we don't have to.
She didn't do that. So the whole that here we are, this is an individual that has to go to many countries of the world, bring democracy, talk about issues that are important to the whole the piece of the planet, and yet, you know what? It's my kind of rules and regs. I'm not going to show you what I got. And if
they operate, Kennedy, and done it, that's not true. She said she fully complied with the law. That's also not true. She said
pull it apart and put silly putty and slinkies inside, and that's how they know everything. So thank goodness for the Secret Service, because that means her sir laughed because it was such.
Okay, Julie. So I have the business phone, and I've got the pleasure phone, right? And because I can keep
I get excited when I get
pleasure.
Next segment we're talking about excited personal phone.
Business and pleasure. Yeah, this is the fun.
I've made it.
Okay, so she says she didn't want to have two of these, right? Because she didn't want to combine them on the same email. Maybe I get that, because you don't want your private email downloaded to the work server. That's why I do it. But Julie,
I want to know what's on the pleasure phone, because that sounds.
And we'll see. I take bribes, and I can be bribed with ice cream. But Julie, it doesn't make any sense. Just last week, get her some ginkgo biloba, Dr. Manny. She already admitted on the record she has two.
Of us, and this is just, you know, as a I say this as somebody who wants to see her get elected, because she is better than the alternative to me. She's
so Julie. Are Democrats panicked about this?
I don't know. I mean, there needs to be something done, because we can.
They're panicked.
What I'm saying is, I'm not panicked yet, but I'm saying that if this continues to be the way she's going to operate, panicked.
But Dr. Manny, she's overcome.
Okay,
wow, look at you.
You're
an NBA announcer.
Manny, I just want to say, like, I agree with your TV analogy. I mean, this is strange, endearing quality that Julia Louis-Dreyfus has mastered.
But this is sitcom. I mean, this is sensitive foreign policy documents that are sitting in some lady's basement in Chappaqua.
So now, because you know how I like to do puzzles, now some of the pieces that I had
on
dropped.
Survivor, by the way.
What?
Yeah.
Harris on
You'd be
Survivor?
good on Survivor.
The president with Iran and build his own legacy or his face to the graphic.
there you go.
Do you think he's going to that unfulfilled, unrequited? He behaves like a politician, and I think you are absolutely.
Well, this is
There
like
you
the
go.
X-Files.
Wait,
like
clean
clean
arts,
arts, like.
Because
It is a nice, but he didn't pay taxes on it. See, my thought is a little bit more sinister. Like Ed Klein was on.
The state is. Hey, you know what? I would be a hypocrite. My holy green garden. Freedom of speech that these students are trying to squash because they call free speech hate speech.
Hell yeah, I'm going to the flag burning tomorrow. I'm flying out back to California with you. What is going on at you women who want to ban the flag? Bring it east, my friend.
Wow.
Crazy.
Well, this is actually, this is not just California. This is students, these are campuses.
Cut off the money, right?
I don't think that's going to stop. Stores closed and they have parades, and it's all about the flag, the flag, the flag. We have no nationalistic instinct left.
Yeah, because it's the slow creep of
Yeah, of
multiculturalism that is taught on these universities that is brainwashing these kids, and we're paying for it. That's the issue. When you asked who's paying for this, we are funding this education. If these students don't like it, they're at a state-run school, then they should go to a private university. But I guess they can't.
Yeah, go to USC, get a lackluster education.
I never really know how can.
Ethical behavior of any store, their games, or so on. But many kids who are playing, but also of the school. My son goes to St. John's. He doesn't play basketball, but he's enamored with this team of St. John's University. So you really are not focusing correctly here, and it doesn't happen in the men's sports.
But with
they could really hurt each other.
Into someone's
no, you
said
take the blade.
Oh,
You take the blade. You
Like
take the
a
hockey
sharp
skate off.
Wow, I don't want to see you in Jersey in a dark house.
With a weave. Grabbing somebody's weave, taking a
You don't
skate.
watch hockey much, do you?
I agree with Kennedy. I don't think they should be held to a different standard, but I do think it was tougher to watch as a viewer, only because I'm not used to seeing that many girls engage in that type of violence in sports. I mean, hockey, it's expected, it's professional, it happens a lot. I don't know why. I'm just not used to seeing all those women convene and start, unless it was a David's bridal sale for all those bridal gowns. Then I'm used to it.
I know. I mean, it seriously looks like.
Down for a second.
Because I wear a double triple E. But anyway, the head, I said, no, it's easier for me to kind of put a baby in a guy's belly. Very easy to do, by the way. Let's see if they can handle that. Look, in disease processes.
And by the way, when a woman
say this, I was in labor for 35 hours. The epidural failed. I'm dying. I'm dying.
I'm just watching shake his head and sigh and roll his eyes as we're talking. But I think, Julie, I think you're right about that. Men can be a little bit of a baby. I think they just want us to take care of them and play nurse.
Well, I think it's interesting that we have empirical evidence here.
For us, I'm sorry, it's true.
All right. Thank you for being here. Great to have you back.
Thank you.
We're going to stay right here for more Outnumbered. We call it Overtime. It's on the web, foxnews.com/outnumbered. Click on that Overtime tab. We'll be sitting right there. There's a live chat. You can tune in and chime in at the same time. Meanwhile, get ready, because tomorrow noon Eastern, we're back. Happening now.